smiles, everyone. We must be careful how we present ourselves.
Why did Divine Victoria call the Exalted Council? She's kept Orlais from bothering us for the last 2 years.
At increasing political cost, yes. She has done all she can, but the Exalted Council has become necessary. Orlais would control us, and based on their many marriage proposals, they have specific plans for you. Our real concern is Ferelden. They would see us disbanded entirely.
Inquisitor, it has been too long. I hope the years have been kind to you.
How have you been, Mother Giselle?
I spent last summer in Empresse de Lyon, distributing food sent from the Exalted Plains. The Dales are finally recovering.
Corypheus left a great deal of damage for us to repair. I appreciate your efforts.
And I yours, Your Worship. I should mention that your forces at Suladin Keep were of great help. Please give my compliments to Baron Deschedin. Divine Victoria asked me to greet you on her behalf. She is currently attending to the Ferelden ambassador's concerns.
I'll speak to Divine Victoria.
I believe she would appreciate that, Your Worship. The Divine sees the good that you can do and have done. Duke Cyril will wish to greet you on behalf of Orlais. I believe he is currently speaking with the Tevinter ambassador. Many of your friends have returned as well. I hope you have a chance to speak with them before the Exalted Council begins.
Thank you, Mother Giselle.
Your Worship, a final question, if I may. This Exalted Council, Ferelden would have the Inquisition disband. Orlais sees its power as another feather in a chevalier's helmet. What do you wish to do with the Inquisition?
The Inquisition still has work to do. We can't let someone's fear push us into disbanding.
Then I wish you luck in the negotiations to come. Make a watch over you, Inquisitor. I will not keep you any longer.
Alright everyone, and welcome to set 21 of Let's Play Dragon Age Inquisition, my warrior playthrough, for the Trespasser DLC. That is a mouthful to do. Anywho, I'm going to go ahead and go through a few things about this DLC, and then we'll continue on going on. Okay, this DLC is about, I believe, $14.99 on the PSN, and I think it's about the same much for Xbox Live and whatnot. It's a good download to get, and it does take place a few years after the events of the battle with Corypheus. So, in order to start this DLC, you need to have beaten the main storyline first. Afterwards, a new War Table option appears. Now, if you select this War Table option and start the Trespasser DLC, you cannot go back to Skyhold. So my advice is, if you want to have Skyhold still accessible, go ahead and create another save file and use that for your saves. Now, another thing you may have noticed, Mitsuki has new Vaseline. I basically decided that every one of my characters will have something new about them to signal the passage of time. For example, the new Vaseline for Mitsuki, she also has a new weapon. Thanatos learned new abilities and whatnot, which we'll get into in the next set for her. And Lucifer, he got some new gear as well. I wanted to get new facial scars for him as well, but they don't really show well on Qunari's skin. Go figure. Anywho, onto the DLC itself. Basic premise is, after a few years of the Inquisition setting, Ferelden's gotten a little uppity about the fact that there is a foreign power that neither Orlais nor Ferelden controls on their border. So, they want us to disband. They respect our help with the breach, but we're still a foreign power, and they're a little about it. But, we'll get to that when we get to that. Basically, now we can go around and talk to all of our friends who are here, see what they've been up to. The only way you'll get access to special cutscenes is if you've actually befriended them. If you've done shit that, like, say, for example, piss off Blackwall, he won't consider you a friend, so you won't get anything new with him. However, if you're able to work it to where he still sees you as a friend, you'll get a cutscene with him. So it's pretty cool to see that type of stuff happen. Other than that, let's get to it. I'm going to start from the left and work our way to the right. Oops. And yes, we're back in the Winter Palace, back where we saved the Empress of Orlais. Alright, let's start with these two marks over here. There's actually two characters we know. Where is it? There it is. There are these hidden, expensive dog treats hidden throughout the area. If you collect them all... actually, explain this real quickly. Where is it? There it is. Okay. There are numerous things you can do around the Winter Palace to give you special permanent stat bonuses. If you find paintings that have been eschewed and you fix them, they give you +2 strength. If you find harlequins just running around or just sitting around, and you're able to sneak up behind them, you can get +2 dexterity plus gold. You'll know when you caught them because you'll whistle and they'll put their hands up. You also get the brand schematic for tagging 5 harlequins, which is a special sword. In a little bit, we'll be able to start another Hala Statuette treasure hunt. But if you get them all, you get +1 cunning for each Hala statue, and the Encore schematic, which is a staff that gives you special bardic-based abilities. These bones give you +1 constitution when you turn them into Emabari here in the Winter Palace. And if you turn them all in, he'll give you the Cudgel of the Golden Ebon Queen, which is a special weapon. Later on, as in later in the DLC, eventually becomes night here, and you can start launching off fireworks. If you detonate them at a certain point in time, you'll get bonuses as well, and you'll gain points. If you're able to earn 50 points, you get +1 magic. 65 points gives you 3 magic and a Sigil of the Golem. 80 points earns you 6 magic and a chromatic great sword schematic, and 100 points earns you 10 willpower. So it's pretty good to get. Alright, let's continue onwards. FYI, those harlequins do disappear. You have to keep an ear out for them.
Divine Victoria, am I interrupting?
Of course not, Inquisitor. I was catching up with Redcliffe's Arl. He's here to represent Ferelden at the summit.
Inquisitor, good to meet you.
I'll try not to keep you from more important matters.
Very well. We'll continue this later, your perfection.
Many are frightened of the Inquisition's power, but I will do all I can to allay their fears.
Is there anything I can do to make your job easier?
Explore the grounds. Let yourself be seen. The delegates need to put a face to the legend. I have much to do, but let me say this. I may no longer be your spy master, but I am always here if you require.
Thank you, Liliana.
I'm glad you finally arrived, Inquisitor. The Crown's anxious for news.
And your thoughts on Ferelden's position?
The breach is long gone, yet Skyhold's army remains. Ferelden can't continue to ignore soldiers on its borders.
The Inquisition has grown. I can see how its presence might cause concern.
Then you understand why we must demand a reduction of your military forces. A power without allegiance to either Ferelden or Orlais. Even I see neither of our countries can let it rest. I won't keep you longer. We'll have words enough when the Exalted Council begins.
For those of you who don't remember him, that's Ban Tegan from Origins. You know, the dude who was dancing for the possessed Connor. That's all I can think of when I see him. Ironically enough, I am replaying through Origins to get the Blightquiller trophy. Last trophy I need, and I can get the platinum. And I just got to Redcliffe. I'm about to start the zombie, the undead horde on the Redcliffe.
Orlais is on your side, Lord Parvis. The Inquisition support is not a thing to lose lightly.
Which is why the Orlesian court is circling it with a net and collar? But you'll have to excuse me. I see an old friend I must greet. Inquisitor, how long has it been? Don't actually tell me. I despise feeling old. It's good to see you, my friend.
You arrived ahead of me. I hope all's well.
It's everything I expected. We've been spared the burden of surprise. Orlais wants the Inquisition tamed, Ferelden wants it gone, the Chantry meddles, and Tevinter sends but one ambassador. That's me, by the way. A reward for my interest in the South. Thankfully, Ambassador Pavis is a token appointment. Call on me as you like.
Inquisitor, Duke Cyril Montfort, member of the Council of Heralds and Lord of Chateau Haine. I have long followed your work. It is extraordinary.
Is that sentiment shared by the rest of the court?
Of course. Orlais wishes only to offer respectful guidance to the Inquisition.
Does your grace feel the Inquisition should continue to rule itself?
I would rather see the Inquisition join us freely than be carved into pieces for the chessboard. I have not forgotten Justinian's death. I had friends who perished at the Temple of Sacred Ashes. More than the good you have done, it is the good we may do together I don't wish to lose. Whatever happens, Inquisitor, I wish you well.
Thanks, mate. I don't like him. He seems fishy to me. Alright, let's continue onwards. Woohoo! Also, for those of you who are having issues with the Harlequin, save right here and run through that waterfall. There's a possibility of 2 Harlequins spawning on this area. One usually. If you have trouble, if he doesn't really spawn, if it doesn't spawn, just reload and keep doing it over and over again. That's how I got the brand. Basically, just run through here, mash the X buttons and jump through here. There's usually sometimes a Harlequin right here. And then around the corner is another one. There's also one that may appear up over there around the stairwell. They're really annoying to capture, but the brand's a pretty cool weapon to have. It's a hilt with ethereal blade. So basically it'll be either a flame sword, ice sword, or lightning sword, depending on what you give it. So it's pretty cool to have.
Will you walk with me? The first time I came to the Winter Palace, I was only 18. I was dazzled. Such rich hangings, splendid marble columns, more golden lions than I could count. It's all still here, still bright, but I no longer see that same palace. And that makes you sad? It is easier on the heart to just see gilding. Now all I see are hands rubbed raw to make gold gleam, tears shed in the night over silk embroidery. Others overlook them and forget their pain, but I am divine and I cannot be blind. They seek to tear the Inquisition down. You feel it, no? Fear. Have we not made enough allies? If friends were easily made and kept, we wouldn't need diplomacy. Our allies can be cordial to our faces and still dread the future. They are afraid of nothing so much as the hand that directs it all. Mine. Already your actions have begun to reshape Thedas. Your influence is felt everywhere. It was only a matter of time before they moved. I'm surprised it took this long. The Inquisition's time is coming to an end. Is that the decree of Her Perfection Divine Victoria?
that the Inquisition be dissolved.
As divine, it is my duty to think of Thedas and all our peoples. We set out to restore peace, and now peace is upon us. Some things can only be accomplished in shadow, without the trappings of power and the attention they bring. But whatever you decide, I will be honored to stand beside you.
It's kind of like the Pope telling you, yeah, don't worry, you can just disband, but kill people without anyone else seeing you. The fuck? I have no problem with it, though. But we'll see how it goes. Oh, that's Hot Spring. Read this. Vivian, how you doing?
Darling, you made it. Excellent. I scheduled this appointment ages ago, and they do appreciate punctuality.
Appointment?
With the Imperial Garden Spa, of course. You work so hard, my dear. I wanted to treat you.
I've never heard of a fancy spa serving elves.
You are the Inquisitor, darling. Savior of the Empire. They won't turn you away.
What are the cheese wheels for?
It pains me that you even have to ask. You've clearly been living too long in barely civilized conditions.
Did you hear something?
Relax, darling. It's spa day. How have you been? It seems ages since we've spoken. I hope all is well with you and Ambassador Montillier.
Things are excellent. Thank you for asking.
I'm glad to hear it. You've done so much, darling. You deserve to be happy.
Do you come to this spa very often?
As often as I can. Sadly, no more than twice a year at best. Duty first. Don't you feel better, my dear? This place really does work miracles.
What happened?
Darling, it's spa day. Don't fret. You'll undo all the good they've done. Come along, Inquisitor. They have other appointments, you know.
What the fuck was with the mini cheese wheels? I get the feeling Vivian has no clue what they're for. She's just, standing on occasion. That's hilarious, though. Hey, Dorian, how you doing, buddy?
As the most eloquent dwarf you know, Sparkles...
Speech! Speech! Way too much speech.
Varric, there's really no need.
What's going on?
Inquisitor! You're just in time. Sparkles, the Imperium doesn't deserve you, or want you. It may even kill you, but we'll miss you, if it counts. And you didn't know. Okay, folks. Time to take the party elsewhere.
Toma never wanted any. I swear.
Leave him.
It's true. When the Exalted Council has ended, I'm going back to Tabinta. For good, this time.
You know I'll miss you.
Naturally. My father is dead. Assassinated, I believe. I received notice this morning. A perversely cheerful letter congratulating me on assuming his seat in the Magisterium. We only met a few times while I was home. He didn't say anything about keeping me as his heir. This ambassadorship, his doing, I'm told. He must have wanted me away when the trouble began. I have to go back.
I know it was complicated, but I'm sorry about your father.
Thank you. It still doesn't feel real.
You'll need help. I could go with you.
Not this time, my friend. I won't be entirely without support. Maevaris has gathered other magisters who feel as we do. We'll be an actual faction in the Magisterium. I'll teach them manners, take them shopping. It'll be fun.
I wish you safe travels, and the best of luck.
Oh, I'll need it, thank you. Magisters are tricksy bastards. A present. A going-away present. It's a sending crystal. Amazing what friendship with the Inquisition gives you access to. If I get in over my head, or you're overwhelmed with sorrow for lack of my velvety voice, magic. What? You didn't think I would just leave and you'd never hear from me again, did you? You are my dearest friend. Perhaps my only friend. That will never change, no matter where we are. Now let's finish the good wine before the others get back.
Aw, poor Dorian. Now, I believe if you romance him, you actually do get the option to go with him after everything's said and done, and you actually do keep up with that word. So it's actually kind of interesting. I gotta do this. Continue onwards. Meet Varric. Actually, I'll do Varric before Josephine. Josephine's gonna be the last person I talk to because we are romancing her. Before we go on, I'm going to show you something really cool. This is the most beautiful place in the entire fucking game. Because, let me grab this real quickly. When you go to buy shit, come on, load. They're all infinite. Dragon scales, wyvern scales, everything is infinite. You can literally make anything you want in this game now. This is the cloth section, no, leather section. This is cloth. This is the metals. Over here is the herbs. Over here is just a random unique item. And here is the accessories and God, what was it? The accessories, like all this fun stuff. Kitty's collar is one of the unique items that they did for a event. The tactician's renewal. But the big thing is all of this, all the high-level shit. You can create superb level gear of anything now, and it's just gorgeous. I'm going to go ahead and buy this for later. But yeah, this place is just beautiful beyond reason and helpful as all hell. Let me re-equip my armor because it's off. There we go. Alrighty then. Let's go talk to Blackwall, or Tom Rainier.
Fashionably late. I thought you weren't gonna show.
I gave you my word we would talk, and I never break my word.
Easy there. I was just teasing. So tell me everything that happened while I was away. And after the betrayal, and what I put those men through, my sorries were worth about as much as shit.
Are you glad you at least tried to apologize?
It's hard to say. I go back and forth most days. They needed to know that there's a way to come back from anything. And I wanted to help them if I could. I thought going up there on the gallows was difficult. This was worse. 100 times worse. Anyway, it's nice to be back, though I'm not sure what to think of this council. No matter what, you know you can always count on my sword arm and my friendship.
I'm getting a little worried for the palace. And any passerby.
It's so nice to see Blackwall. Alright, let's continue onwards then. What's this? Uh-huh. Here, by the way, is the crafting room. This place is freaking awesome. Everything in one lump sum. Golden nug. All the fun shit. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Pretty nice to have. And over here in this room is the potion room, which I'll be accessing in a little bit. Alright, let's go talk to Cole, see how he's doing.
Inquisitor, I see you have time for afternoon refreshments.
Did you know that a merchant in the courtyard is selling gemstones the same color as your eyes?
What an odd thing to say. I must see this for myself.
I appreciate the help getting him elsewhere.
I still don't understand Orlesians and their masks, but it makes him happy. And I needed the table.
For breadcrumbs?
Birds like breadcrumbs.
Oh, Cole, good day. I didn't see you there.
But I saw you, as lovely as your songs.
I'm pleased for both of you.
The world has ample pain, Inquisitor. The kindness found in Cole is rare indeed.
Her songs bring happiness to those who hear, and I can make her happy in return.
Well then, carry on.
I had a friend who was upset about Cole getting a girlfriend if you make him more human. But I like it. It's actually pretty cool to see Cole actually becoming more human to that point. Alright, here we have Sarah.